Hey guys, what's going on? Dale Grattan here with a quick review on the JCC 2021 FireGuard Next Generation from the Leverton group of companies. This is the replacement for the twist and lock bezel that came out this year. It's almost an identical bezel to the JCC V50 model, so if you install it, it looks fantastic at a budget price, and it's definitely one of my favourite ones to install. So it's a 74mm cutout. It's IP20 or IP65 depending on the bezel type that you buy extra. So just bear that in mind when you do cost your jobs. You're not just buying an empty can here and you fit your bezel on. It's a maximum of 7 watts LED, so don't be putting 50 watt halogens in these anymore. And the voltage range is 220 to 240, so suitable across Europe, 50 or 60 hertz installations. Complies with the 2014 building regulations, parts B, C and E, and it's got the lovely loop in and loop out terminals that we had on the previous edition. This is a fire rated downlight, so let's take a look inside the box of what we got. Okay, first thing I notice is the unnecessary plastic bag that we've got to package everything in today. Totally unnecessary. Probably end up in the ocean or something one day, but great. So this is what you get for your money. This is the aluminium can. Having a quick look around it, we've got the clips that retain it into the wall. They've got some good force on them, they have, and just got to be careful if you're ever pulling them out that it doesn't snap your fingers. Piece of rubber here that seals the lamp to, or the can to the ceiling. Bits of plastic on there. I suppose that's to sort of reduce the blackness on your fingernails when they clamp you. Inside we've got the GU10 lamp holder and what appears to be some kind of reinforced insulation on that. Pretty durable anyway, and I do like the fact that when you put your lamp in here, it doesn't push through on the back, which it used to on the previous models, and then just leave basic insulation exposed actually. So they've got a good point here that they've put this retaining clip here to hold this fire resistant sheathing and keeping everything actually enclosed, so you've got no basic insulation showing. The second one here looks like an earth tag. It is. It's got a marking on the top there saying that it's earth, and this little plastic enclosure, although it does feel very cheap, appears to ratchet down when you push it down. It does. And just show that again. Yeah, it's got a good grip on that. It just feels a bit cheap and nasty, but anyway, it should do the job. And we've got just 3 terminals there: L for line, earth connection, and neutral. The V50 model has the, I think it was Lenel, live line earth neutral, neutral earth line. I do like the Lenel version, slightly wider, I think they are. But it allows you to put your cables in without sort of getting them all jumbled up and messed around with. So that's how that fixes. Push in, push out terminals, which is nice. They've got very good resistance on them springs on there, so it should make a very good connection. Sometimes you buy a cheaper downlight and these are a bit loose and you're not getting very good continuity readings when you're doing your testing. So yeah, it's quite good. The previous version did have the sheathing holder across here from what I remember, and then it used to snap down, but it wasn't a ratchet type thing. If I push that down too far, yeah, I might struggle to open it back up. Maximum cable conductor is 1.5mm according to the instructions, and minimum size is 0.75 for those who need to know. Let's have a quick look at the bezel. Now this is a choice of 3 bezels on these. This is the brushed or satin or whatever you want to call it, brushed nickel it's called. Again, this is an IP65 bezel. The difference between the two is effectively you get a piece of glass in the middle here and you get a rubber seal here to make it sort of IP65. In fact, it says on here IP20 to the rear, IP65 to the front. So the IP20 version is sealless and glassless, but still looks good, does a good job. Ideal if you want to put them outside, I suppose, or you've got low ceilings in a bathroom or you've got an environment that you think that they might be suitable for. But there we go. Once you've got your lamp in, it looks pretty good. Now these lamps are just the Crompton lamps, and if you look at that, that looks pretty stunning from an outside. Yeah, there's no inner ring to remove, so it's quite stylish once installed. And then once installed into the lamp, we'll put that into there. It's just, that's in, and then just a quarter of a turn, and you can see that looks pretty good. That's your terminations. Strip off around 10mm, push them in. This is a bit of a problem for me. It's just down to an installer's perspective. I tend to sleeve my protective conductors in one piece of sleeving. Unfortunately, then I've got this sort of overlap that need to lay flat here. Otherwise, this struggles to close. So I suppose if you sleeve them individually, you wouldn't have this issue that I have, but it's negligible. I can just space them apart there and then ratchet that down, and that's pretty well secured. So that's your downlight. We picked them up from Denmans Electrical in Mansfield with the lamps. Best downlight, I believe, on the market for the money, without going to the expense of the V50 model. That is a lamp in a can. So this is, you can replace the lamp quite easily, he says, and the V50 you can't, but it's certainly a good budget lamp, and build quality is pretty good. So thanks Jcc Leverton for your lamp, and we'll keep using them. Thanks for watching, guys.